Shabbat Shalom. It is good to have you here. If you don't have the weekdays and festivals, we will be using this to follow along in both English and Hebrew this morning. It goes from right to left, so if you're not familiar with it, you should not be surprised if we are turning pages often, because both of these pages make one major big page. So we will read one of the four parts on the page and then continue to flip to the next one. So we'll begin with Hine Matov, a recognition that we are truly happy to be here together. We are grateful for this opportunity, and we begin our service. Page 10. Hine Matov manayim shebetachim gam yachad. Hine Matov manayim shebetachim gam yachad. Continue on page 66. Page 66.
Each of us enters this sanctuary with a different need. Some hearts are full of peace and gratitude, overflowing with love and joy. They are eager to confront the day to make the world a better place. Rejoice with them. Some hearts ache with sorrow, disappointments weigh heavily on them. Families have been broken, loved ones lie on a bed of pain. Death has taken a cherished loved one. May our presence and caring bring them comfort. Some hearts are embittered, ideals are betrayed and mocked, answers caught in vain. Life has lost its meaning and value. May the knowledge that we too are searching restore our hope and renew our faith.
And we do have a presentation of a talus.
When you put on this talus, let it be considered a constant reminder of your spiritual connection to Adonai and of the sacredness of that. As you look over this talus, you will notice the zitzit. The zitzit are meant to be a visual reminder of all the commandments. When you put on the talus, you should also be reminded of the laws and traditions that are there to guide and support you as you enter your adulthood.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech halam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehitnatev ba'zitzit.
We continue our service on page 74 with the words of Matovu.
Ishkanu
Don't let me fall, as a stone falls upon the hard ground. Don't let my hands become dry as the twigs of a tree. When the wind dust from the earth, with anger and howling, don't let me fall. I have asked for so much, but as a blade of your grass in a distant wide field. Let's drop a seed in the lap of the earth and dies away. Sow in me your living breath as you sow a seed in the earth. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei kol basar, umlafli la'aso.
Page 78.
My God, the soul you have given me is pure. You created it, you shaped it, you breathed it into me, and you protect it within me. For as long as my soul is within me, I offer thanks to you, Adonai, my God, and God of my ancestors, source of all creation, sovereign of all souls. Praised are you, Adonai, in whose hand is every living soul and the breath of humankind. Baruch atah Adonai, asher be'ado nefesh kol chai, v'rak kol basar ish.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan l'sech bibina, l'havchin ben yom uvein layla. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, pokeach ivrim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, matir asurim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, zokef kefufim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, roka haaretz al hamayim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, amechin mitzadek aver. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, malbish arumim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, aneotain le'ahev koach. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, ama'avir sheina me'enai, utnuma me'afapai. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani b'tzelem Elohim.
Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa Yisrael. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam ozer Yisrael bigvura. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam oter Yisrael b'tifara. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah.
O Adonai, our God, let the words of Torah be sweet in our mouths and in the mouths of your people Israel, so that we, our descendants, and the descendants of all your people Israel may know you, by studying your Torah for its own Torah Lamo Israel.
We turn now to page 106.
These are things that are limitless, to which person enjoys the fruit of the world, while the principle remains in the world to come. They are honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving early for study morning and evening, dealing graciously with guests, visiting the sick, providing for the wedding couple, accompanying the dead for burial.
V'yitkadash miraba ve'lamad divrach yotev yamlich malchutei b'chayechonu v'yomei agala bagala uvizman kariv v'himeru amen. Yehei shmei rabba bevarach lehalam ulal mehal maya yitbarach v'ishtabach v'yitbahar v'yitramam v'yitnasi v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei dekudisha brichu Hela mikol berchata v'shirata dush berchata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'yimaru amen.
Please rise if you are able.
In the beginning, even then, a new light was sown for the righteous, a promise that your light would become the catalyst first for order, and then for hope. Author of language and light, help us to use words as you have, to cast light into dark waters and draw out justice and truth. Baruch atah Adonai, Yortzer HaMeorot.
Page 112.
How deeply you have loved us, Adonai, our God, gracing us with surpassing compassion on account of your forebears, whose trust led you to understand and discern, to heed, learn, and to teach, and lovingly to observe, perform, and fulfill all that is in your Torah. Enlighten your eyes with your Torah. Focus on your minds, on your mitzvot. Unite your hearts in love and reverence for your name. Then we will never feel shame, never deserve rebuke, and never stumble. Having trusted in your great and wholesome holiness, we shall celebrate your salvation with joy. Gather us all in peace from the four corners of the earth and lead us upright to our land. For you, O God, work wonders. You choose us truly. You drew us near to your great name, that we might acknowledge you, declaring you one in love. Praised be you, Adonai, who chooses your people Israel in love. Ba'ahava.
We turn together to page 114.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai
may be seated. We turn together to page 116.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום בלבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בהם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאור ובישרך קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Turn to page 121.
Emet, there is no place where you are not. Even in the wilderness there is your word. Emet, that pen, strokes of lightning, white fire, black flame. Stir the soul's passion, guide our sacred way. True and enduring is Torah. Your truth for us is certain and established, now and forevermore. Like Moses, Miriam, and all Israel, we sing out and rejoice.
We continue on page 122. Israel kumar be'ezrat Yisrael, ufedei chinumecha Yehuda v'Yisrael. Goalenu Adonai Tzavaot Shemo, Kadosh Yisrael. Baruch Ata Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Ask those who are able to please rise as we turn together to page 124.
Adonai Sefatai Tiftach Ufi Agit Ilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips. Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, Geulah Livnei Bneihem, Le'ma'an Shemo ve'ahava, Melech Hoseh u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch Ata Adonai, Magen Avraham, V'Zrat Sarah, Ata Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol hatarav lehoshia, morid hatal, mechalkel chaim bechesed, mechaye hakol verofe cholim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunatorot, umiedo melach, melech memit umechaye לך ישועה, ונאמנת לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל.
Page 113.
נקדיש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד ברכה, וכרז את זה בעבר, מלוא כל הארץ כבודו. אדיר אדירנו אדוני אדוננו מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ. ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו ומושיענו וישמיענו ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אוי לי אלוהים, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור אדוני ארגון לך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נרגיש, ושבחך אלוהינו ממנו לא יבוש לעולם ועד.
Please turn to the bottom of page 134 and pray with me.
You may be seated.
No, I pray. I'll do that. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh ha-Shabbat. Please turn to the bottom of page 135. Where has this week vanished? Is it lost forever? Will I ever recover anything from it? The joy of life, I'll never be able to banish the memory of pain, the sting of defeat, the heaviness of boredom. On this day, help me to withdraw for a while from the flight of time, contain the retreat of the hours and days from the gasp of frantic life. Let me learn to pause, if only for this day. Let me find peace on this day. Let me enter into a quiet world this day. On this day, Shabbat abide. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh ha-Shabbat. We're on page 138. Take a deep breath and okay. I was telling them now. We acknowledge with thanks you are Adonai, our God, and the God of our ancestors. Forever you are the rock of our lives, the shield of our salvation in every generation. Let us thank you and praise you for our lives, which are in your hand, for our souls, which are in your care, for your miracles that we experience every day, and for your wondrous deeds and favors at every time of day, evening, morning, and noon. O good one, whose miracles never end, O compassionate one, whose kindness never fails, we forever put your hope in you. For all these things, O sovereign, let your name be forever praised and blessed. O God, our Redeemer and Helper, let all who live affirm you and praise your name in truth. Blessed are you, Adonai. Your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimach olah na'eh la'adot.
Take a moment for silent prayer and private meditation.
And now we have reached the Torah service, which is the especially fun part for Aidan. See, look, he's smiling. I'll invite those who are participating in the first half of the Torah service, Aidan's parents for the Torah pass, and Jonah and Sandy will be helping open the ark. If you are able, please rise as we turn to page 244. So our Jewish tradition teaches that Moses received the Torah at Sinai and transmitted it to Joshua, to the elders, to the prophets, and to the men of the Great Assembly. And so the Torah in our Jewish tradition has been passed through the generations to each and every one of us. And as a symbol of this tradition, we pass the Torah through the generations of your family today that have led you to learn these words, that you may take it into your head and into your heart and carry it with you always. So our Torah portion this morning comes from Parshat Re'eh, which speaks of the blessings and curses, which if you have a Torah commentary, that would be the thicker book, is on page 1260. And this is like the crux of the bar mitzvah, that you get called to the Torah. So, Ya'amod. I have this in my head. Ya'amod Aziel ben Chayil v'Talia le'aliyah bar mitzvah.
Baruchu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Eolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Halam Asher Bachar Banu Mekol Ha'amim Vanatan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Notain HaTorah.
Took the piece of paper I was looking for. No, I re-scrolled. It's just always funny when I look for it.
Elah Hakukim Vamish Patim Asher Tishmarun Lasot Baratz Asher Natan Adonai Eloheka Elohe Vataka Lacha Kol Larishta Kol Ha'amim Asher Abed Adu Asher Sham Hagafet Hagoim Asher Atim Yerashim Atam et Elohim All Heharim Haramam Ve'al Ha'gafet Ve'tachat Kol Yetz Ranan Ve'nit Tatsem et Mizbechotam Ba'ashi Tem et Matzivo Tam Ba'ashi Rem Tizrael Tizrafun Ba'ashim Visile Eloheinu Elohim Torah Tigadeu Vibatim et Shemam Min Hamakom Hahu. V'ki'aye olam nata v'dochenu Baruch atah Adonai notain ha'Torah.
Amen.
Amen.
Sandy, I forgot to tell you to come up for the translation.
These are the laws and rules that you must carefully observe in the land of eternal God of your ancestors is giving you possess as long as you live on earth. You must destroy all the sites at which the nations you are to dispose worship their gods, whether on lofty mountains and on hills or under any luxuriant tree. Tear down their altars, smash their pillars, put their sacred posts to fire.
Give your brother a hug, pretend like you like him. I love your sibling dynamic. Doesn't remind me of my siblings at all. Invite you to turn to page 252 as the Torah is lifted and dressed.
Israel
continue with moving the microphone. Can be found in the Plout Torah commentary on page 12, but at this time of year it is helping us move from the sadness of Tisha B'Av with comfort to the high holidays that are approaching. If you would like to join me in the blessings, feel free. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nvi'im tovim v'ratza v'divrehem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'Torah Uv'Moshe Avdo, Uv'Yisrael Amo, Uv'Nvi'ei Ha'emet V'Tzedek. And Aidan's parents will be reading the Haftarah for us this morning.
Unhappy storm, toss so, towers and with rubies, your gates with precious stones, your borders with gems. All your children shall be taught by the Eternal, and great shall be the happiness of your children. You shall be established in righteousness, safe from oppression and unafraid. Safe from terror, it shall not come near you. Should any attack you, it will not be my doing. Whoever attacks you will fail on your account. It is I who created the smith who fans the coal in the fire and forges weapons by his work. I also create the destroyer to wreak havoc. No weapon fashioned against you can succeed. You shall defeat all who rise against you, or who accuse you. That is the heritage of the Eternal's servants, and I am the source of their vindication, says the Eternal. Come all who are thirsty, come for water, even if you have no money, come to buy food and eat. Come buy food without money, and wine and milk without cost.
Why spend money for what is not bread? Why spend your wages for what does not satisfy? Listen well to me, and you shall eat what is good, and your soul shall delight in abundance. Open your ears and come to me. Hearken, and you shall live. I will make an everlasting covenant with you, the true love I extend to David, as once I made him a witness to the world, a prince and a commander of nations. So now you shall summon people you do not know, and people that do not know you shall come running to you, because the Eternal your God, the Holy One of Israel, has given you glory.
The blessing after. Baruch olamim sadik bechol hadorot ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer ve'oseh hamdaber umkayem shekol devarav emet v'tzedek al ha'torah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al hanvi'im ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu Likdusha v'limnucha, lechavod ol tifaret, al hakol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim lach, umvarchimot mekadesh haShabbat. We'll hear a little about our Torah portion.
Good morning. So today's Torah portion is about Moses instructing the Israelites about idolatry, false prophets, clean and unclean foods. I can never seem to get this word right. Tithis, I think it is. Freeing slaves and pilgrimage festivals. So Moses tells the people of Israel that if you follow God's law, you will be blessed more than anyone on earth. But if you worship false things and ignore the commandments, you will be cursed and perish. Moses commands the people of Israel that you shall destroy the places where false gods are served and worshipped. Moses commands to cut down the images of their gods, and you shall obliterate their gods from that place. From among all tribes, God will choose a place to give God's name habitation, where you will bring offerings and donations, where you shall eat with your families and servants, and the Levites, who have no portion or inheritance. It goes on to talk about what you should do for the Lord and what you should not do. The lesson this teaches us today is a little bit different than back then. Times have changed a lot. Technology has advanced, and it is a lot easier to do things now than it was back then, but we can still follow these directions even though it's in today's world. We see false gods everywhere in today's world. We have to bring light to them. We have to bring light to them and stop it, to guide others to a life of holiness and destroy things, though, like back then. But we can help our community rise up from it and help each other out. I think it is important that we take this seriously in life. We find ourselves often don't do what we say we are going to do, or complete a promise we've made. Maybe because we are scared of what others will think, or other reasons such as where we live or what we do in our daily life. But we have to do it anyways. To me personally, this is important, and I believe it should be to us all, not just as Jews, but as a nation. As a bar mitzvah, I will follow bowling at a school, or making a point of saying nice things to people, or helping people out on the street, or multiple different things. So, thank you all for coming today. I want to thank everyone that is here today for me, for coming. I truly appreciate it. I want to especially thank my parents for all they have done for me and helping me on this journey. Couldn't have done it without you guys. I want to thank both the rabbis who have helped so much for all they have done for me and for my sister and multiple other people. Couldn't have done it this without them. And their patience. Thank you guys. It was a great experience learning, and I plan to continue reading and practicing Hebrew. I want to thank my family and my grandparents for their support. I wish he was here to see this, but unfortunately he's no longer with us. I've thought about him a lot during my preparation and reading Hebrew and going through it. And I will keep that knowledge he gave me forever. So thank you. And lastly, I want to thank my friends that helped me along the way in the congregation. Thank you all for coming today. And
on this day of your bar mitzvah, we offer you this blessing, Aidan. May your sensitivity to others less fortunate compel you to act on their behalf, and the spirit of Tikkun Olam, repair of the world. May your love of learning inspire you to seek knowledge and engage in the exploration of Torah. May your passion and enthusiasm propel you to spread joy and hope and possibility to those lives you touch. May your spirit of adventure lead you to fully experience all that life has to offer. May your self-confidence and determination fortify you in times of uncertainty. May you take the gifts and talents that you have been given and make the world a better place for all. We are so proud of you and all you have accomplished. We love you.
That's the hardest part.
yeah.
Aidan, take a deep breath. You are such a remarkable person. I just want to say that.
Thank you.
I love how much this means to you. When we first sat down to talk about your Torah portion, You told me that it reminded you of the strong faith required of the Israelites. You were impressed that they agreed to step up to the task. You told me not everyone would keep their hope and focus after 40 years in the desert. But even when others gave up, there were those who stuck with what was expected of them. And you yourself even wondered if you would have stayed with Moses all of that time. And I think that you would have. For you told me that when you remember the past and all that the Israelites endured, it encourages you to push on into the future. You found this portion told you of the importance of being true to your faith. As you said, and I quote you, "I have faith, and it helps me to know that I can trust God to always be there. I feel safer and more secure knowing that I can pray and talk to God and that God is with me. Having a relationship with God is so important." I'm continuing to quote you. "God provides for us," I was like, "that help others. I feel closer to God here and more connected, especially when I can touch and hold the Torah," which you did this morning. Aidan, it is truly a joy to have spent time with you over this past year. From looking at the history of our Holocaust scroll together, working on your Torah, I think we can all ask this question, are willing to admit that they enjoy being a part of this Jewish community and having meaningful dialogues with people with different ideas. Perhaps it is, as you told me, that it means a lot to you to become a bar mitzvah now that you're a little older, because you could really grasp just how special it was to you, to your family, and to the congregation. You told me that at your bar mitzvah, you were committing yourself to always be proud of your faith and to continue to study and attend services, that you would not give up your passion for Judaism, but would continue to work to become a better person. Do you still commit yourself to this? None of us would doubt that for a minute. We can see that you take commitment seriously, even when it's hard. Especially as a troop leader and an Eagle Scout, you recognize that people look up to you and that you have the responsibility with words and behavior. Already you spend time helping with charities, such as you did with your building project for Boy Scouts. And you told me, "I believe the skills I acquire should be used to that we can depend on and help one another." I know that you mean that, and our community is grateful to have a young man of your caliber to be a part of it. Take a moment to take a deep breath. You did it, and you did a beautiful job. And now we are going to return the Torah to the Ark and have an opportunity for Rabbi Sabo and I to give you a blessing before that Ark. So I'll invite everyone to please rise.
You can find the words for Eitz Chaim Hi on page 256.
God's light shine upon you, and may God be gracious to you. May you feel God's presence within you always, and may you find peace.
We continue with the words of Aleinu on page 282.
Shalom,
Let the time not be distant, O God, when all shall turn to you in love, when corruption and evil shall give you way to integrity and goodness, when superstition shall no longer enslave the mind, or ideology blind the eye. O may all, created in your image, become one in spirit and one in friendship, forever united in your service. Then shall your realm be established on earth, and the word of your prophet fulfilled. Adonai will reign forever and ever.
My pleasure to invite Fran up to give some presentations to you.
I have, I get to talk to the microphone as well as to you.
It helps us here and those online.
Indeed. So, first of all, congratulations. You're an inspiration. Jewish learning is a tribute to your love for your grandfather, for your love for Judaism. And I can tell you, I just realized that this is the 30th anniversary of my adult bat mitzvah, that there are parts of the service that you will cleave unto yourself because of all the hard work that you've done. Okay. Now, we're going to stop crying. First of all, this is great. This is a certificate that certifies that you were called to the Torah on this day. Be a nice remembrance. And here is a Kiddush cup memory of this. And wow, okay. This is a certificate for Route 1, and it's in the amount of $3,225 for travel to Israel on a URJ high school summer program. So that's fantastic. Keep that. And finally, this is something that is along with your feelings that you expressed during your Devar Torah. This is, dear Aidan, tzedakah is the Hebrew word for the acts that in English we call charity, and is derived from justice or fairness. The giving of charity and the performance of righteous acts, therefore, is deeply ingrained in our Jewish ideas. Federation of Greater Dayton is pleased to present you with this beautiful, personalized you throughout your life to connect to your Jewish heritage through Masim Tovim, righteous deeds, Tikkun Olam, the repair of the world, and tzedakah, which is charity. So on behalf of the Bettman family and the Jewish Federation of Greater Dayton, Mazel Tov. And may every occasion be as sweet as this one. And this is from Joe and Elaine Bettman and family. And this concludes all of the great gifts that you're getting.
I still think the biggest gift is that you are part of this congregation. I'm like, I forget something. That back in the bag to keep it safe.
Yeah.
And I'll wrap it back up. And then I can tell you more about those Israel trips later too. So up until about a year ago, that gift certificate towards a trip to Israel was $250. And because of the commitment for the URJ and in partnership with Route 1, it's now that extra $3,000, which is really amazing. And then I'll start working on convincing your son to go to Israel. So it won't be a hard sell. As we near the conclusion of our service, we take a moment to remember those who came before us. We think of our loved ones whom death has taken from us recently. As a congregation, we are in a period of aninut for Gary Goldflies, and we recall those who died at this season in years past with the yahrzeits of Maxwell Nathan, Estelle Abrams, Maxine Weinberger, Morrison, Jane Fisher, Albert L. Harris, Charles M. Leon, Stanley J. Brown, Ella Levine, Lawrence S. Patterson, A.M. Friend, Ruth R. Steinberg, Walter Zuckerweiss, Robert Adler, Shirley Ross, A. Joe Levy, Jean Kamen, Matthew Pergozin, William A. Schimmelman, Louis Green, Chelsea Smith, Grace Kumferberg, Clara Burke, and Jack D. Schler. I'll invite those who are in mourning or remembering to rise first. And we'll join them standing as one congregation in strength and support with our ancient words on page 294. Yit Gadal, Yit Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, Bialma Divra Chirute, Viamlich Malchute, Bechayechon Uvyomechon, Uvchaye Dechol Beit Israel, Ba'agala Uvizman Kariv, Vimru Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah Mevarach, Le'olam Ulamei Almaya, Yit Barach, V'yit Tabach, V'yit Pa'ar, V'yit Ramam, V'yit Naseh, V'yit Hadar, V'yit Ale, V'yit Halal, Shemei Dekudesha, Brichu, Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata, Tushbechata V'nechemata, Da'amiran Bialma V'imru Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'chayim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'imrumav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru Amen. Zikronam Livracha. He doesn't know I'm about to ask him to do this, but Ethan, do you think you... I figured it involves candy, you would be eager.
So this candy that we are passing around, don't eat it or open it yourself. But part of our tradition sort of signify the sweetness of this occasion. And so while we do our final closing song, we will have our helpers pass out candy. Hold on to that. And then when we say that we're ready and we move off the bima,
only when we say we're...
toss your candy. So we will conclude our service with the words at the bottom of the Mourner's Kaddish, Oseh Shalom.
To our blessings for the wine and the challah.
Hagafen.
Amen.
What?
I'm not mean.
Go ahead, drink it all.
You do not have to drink that.
I mean, I will drink it all if you want me to. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lahim min haaretz.
Amen.
Hayom asar Adonai nagilah v'nismecha bo. This is the day that God has given us. Let us be glad and rejoice together in it. We're so very proud of you. Congratulations, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Mazel tov.
This concludes our service.
This concludes our service as well.
And if there are any people who would like to share in the sweetness of the day, you may come forward as well and take some of those candies that were so nicely tossed.
And if there are, Ethan, that's
What
your cue.
truly scared me was Jonah.